What on earth is Gharial? Why does it look like that? Why is its snout so skinny? And why are they the most cursed crocodilian species? Today we're going to be investigating all of these very important mysteries. Let's get to it. Yeah, okay, that's one of the other things that I need to figure out is some of them have this really, let's be honest and call it what it is, it's ugly, okay? This ugly snout thing. All right, bump on the nose. When a male Gharial is about 10 years old, a bump of cartilage starts to grow at the tip of his snout. Eventually, the bump becomes a big knob. An adult male Gharial can make a buzzing noise through its knob. Gharials are the only crocodilians with these knobs, and they grow only on males. Okay, but what's the purpose of it? Used for attracting mates. Somehow that's not surprising. Somehow I'm more disgusted. This structure, unique to male Gharials, acts as a visual signal and a vocal resonator, producing a buzzing sound that can be heard from a distance. It sounds like it's in pain. This can't be, is that really it? Oh my goodness, Gharials don't boop the snoot.
An ancient beast with razor-sharp teeth. It can swim as fast as fish and has a quick bite to match. This is the incredible Gharial.
Gharial. I've been saying Gharial. Gharial? Which one is it? Ugh! Jesus, that is ugly. I mean, it looks like a zombie crocodile. At least this one does.
Like its ancient cousins, they've been on Earth for over 100 million years. They're found in the rivers of northern India and Nepal, where they share their territory with the thicker mugger crocodiles. Their most unique feature is their long, thin snout with a little bulb at the end. This is an adaptation to hunt. There are other pescatarian crocodilians, but none are as fast and large as the Gharial.
Okay, so how fast is it? In the water, however, they're more agile, can swim at speeds up to basically 17.5 miles per hour. So what's like a regular, it's like Nile crocodile swimming speed? 22 miles an hour. So Gharials are slow. Oh my goodness. Only about 250 Gharials remain in the wild. They face many threats. Only 250. How many Gharials are left? This says 650 to 1,000. Their population has drastically declined, with estimates suggesting a 98% decrease since the 1940s. They are found in fragmented populations in India and Nepal, primarily in the Chambal River and some rivers in Nepal. Okay, this is really too bad. The areas in black here are where they're found. Whereas if you look at the global distribution of just crocodiles, although are they including Gharials? I don't think so. Okay, so the scientific name of a Gharial is Gavialis gangetis. And yes, I'm definitely pronouncing that wrong, but that's not listed on here. So it just goes to show how endangered the Gharial actually is. All right, behavior. Unlike other crocodilian species that are semi-aquatic and even hunt on land in some cases, Gharials spend almost all of their time in the water and only leave to warm their bodies up by basking in the sun and to make nests. Their weak leg muscles mean that Gharials have to drag themselves. So it basically just seems like they're a giant block of meat that is too big for their legs. So they have to swim all the time. But they're not even the fastest crocodile swimmers, okay? Because that's Nile crocodiles. And they have a really thin snout, which is really only good for eating fish. They're also incredibly endangered, and there's almost none of them left. This kind of seems like a cursed species to me. That's a pretty sick picture. It's got turtles hanging out on it. Gharials are carnivorous reptiles that primarily feed on fish in the water, but will also sometimes take aquatic birds should the opportunity arise. Their specially adapted long, thin snouts contain over 100 small razor-sharp teeth, which are used to sink into their prey when they snap their powerful jaws shut. I don't know if I'm crazy, but I feel like getting bit by this thing, oh, that's a good picture. Getting bit by this thing would obviously still be terrible, but it would hurt not nearly as bad as a Nile crocodile or something like that. That's the other thing, is I don't even think their jaws are as powerful as an actual crocodile. Gharial bite force. All right, crocodiles generally have the strongest bite force among crocodiles, alligators, and Gharials. Saltwater crocodiles in particular have been recorded with the highest bite force of any living animal. Yeah, look at this. Gharials, with their long, slender snouts, have the weakest bite force among the three. This is just the cursed crocodile species. Adult and baby Gharials Ganges. Oh, the Ganges, the river.
As night falls over the desert, the Chambal's most unusual inhabitants begin to surface.
I feel like its eyes are like way more on the top of its head than like a crocodile or an alligator, right? Okay, so this is a Nile crocodile. That's the Gharial, which its eyes are way higher up. I guess it's because it spends more time in the water. That's what it said. But honestly, like this American alligator, its eyes are so close together, it's giving like a spider or something. See what I mean? Also, like isn't that disgusting? Okay, I can't even look at that. Let's keep watching this.
On warm May nights, bizarre-looking crocodiles haul themselves far up the sandy banks, beckoned by strange sounds. This female Gharial is responding to calls from her young, telling her they're ready to enter their new world. Now exposed, they're vulnerable to predators. An instinct drives them towards the sanctuary of the river.
That's crazy because I feel like there's more predators in the water, but maybe that's just me being scared of being in the water. So, I mean, hold on. I guess, like, do they even have predators? Adult gharials, due to their size and aquatic nature, generally have no natural predators other than humans. However, young gharials and their eggs are vulnerable to predation by various animals, including rats, golden jackals, wild pigs, mongooses, and monitor lizards.
But even here, monsters lurk. Male gharial that grow up to 6 meters long also inhabit these waters, and at night they're on the hunt.
So they eat their own babies. God, nature is way too brutal.
But in the shadowy light, a small hatchling can easily be mistaken for prey.
Okay, so the males don't try to go for the babies, but it's like their sight is kind of bad, so they end up eating them because they think it's fish. Female gharials protect their eggs and young when they emerge, but unlike other crocodilian species that help their young into the water by carrying them in their mouths, female gharials are unable to do this because of the shape of their snouts. This is the cursed crocodilian species. So like, what's like the survival rate of like a baby gharial? Ooh, while some studies indicate a survival rate of around 7% for captive released gharials in certain areas. Hatchlings. A substantial number of gharial eggs are lost between laying and hatching, and predation is a significant factor in affecting hatchling survival. All right, so this says, this is a study, reproductive success, hatchling survival, and rate of increase of Gharial Gavialis gangeticus in National Chambal Sanctuary, India. A substantial number of eggs, 32.1%, were lost between egg laying and hatching, largely due to eggs being damaged during nest searches, predation, desiccation, and unknown reasons. 32% of the eggs are lost between laying and hatching. Okay, that's not even after they've hatched and then they're trying to make it to the water. During the study period, the overall hatching success was 67.9%. The egg to post-monsoon survivorship was 6.6% in 1987 to 1988, and 4.3% in 1989 to 1990, with a mean of 5.5%. Jesus. Okay, so basically they're born, and then the monsoon season happens. So when is the monsoon in India? Typically lasts from June to September. Okay, so they're born from in May. Then the monsoon happens in June. So the beginning of their life is right when the monsoon starts. That if you're a baby gharial, your chance of actually surviving past the monsoon season is like 5%. The life of a gharial is horror, and it is the last crocodilian species you would want to be if you were reincarnated. So, yeah.